What's up, everybody? It's Vernon from Reptilia Exotica. So, it's been about a year since I uploaded any new content. And while, I don't think anybody's necessarily been clamoring for it, I figured I owed you guys a bit of an explanation, and I've got a bit of an announcement about the channel. So, as far as I remember, the last video that we put out was probably about a year and some change ago, probably maybe 13 months or so. In that time, a lot has happened, right? Both in my personal life, the hobbies and things that I've been engaged in have changed. The animals that we kept have changed. The world, my God, 2020 changed everything. We've had, everybody's been in the grips of, a worldwide pandemic. We've just had a very important election go down. We had a summer filled with, almost pure chaos, in the streets over this past summer. It's been a doozy of a year. And I, for one, am extremely happy that 2020 is almost coming to a close. Because, I think it's safe to say it's been a pretty rough year for everybody. For lots of different reasons, but then also a lot of the same reasons. It's been pretty rough. All of these crazy things going on in the world, definitely influenced my decision to do a few things. And I'm not going to get too much, actually I'm not going to get at all into my personal opinion on any of the things that are affecting our world at this point. But what I will do is kind of give you my take on why I made the decision to make some drastic changes, what those changes were, and to kind of let everybody know that I'm going to be shifting gears here. The content that you've seen from me so far has been almost 100% animal related. And, animals have always been a passion of mine. They always will be. I neglected to cover a lot of the major changes while they were happening because I really wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. I had some really grand plans. I did some really big and I think some pretty fantastic things in this last 13 months. But I realized, that they might not have been the right choice. So I think since the last time you guys have heard from me and from Reptilia Exotica, we ramped up acquisition of a lot of different species of dart frogs for our collection. We began taking fish keeping a little bit more seriously. We began to downsize and move away from keeping reptiles. So today we have 3 snakes left in our collection. We rehomed everybody else. We have 1 lizard left in our collection. We rehomed everybody else. And actually at this point too, I had about 35 different species / localities of dart frogs. And we were doing really well with our breeding program. We were doing, all the local shows and raising up tadpoles from eggs and, rehoming those froglets at local reptile shows. And, I was seriously considering building a business around, the dart frog hobby. It was working really well for me. And it was making me really happy. But all of those things that began to happen, I had to start looking at it from a practical standpoint. I had to start looking at it from a, time spent versus return on investment of time perspective. I had to look at it from, is this going to be a viable business? As a hobby, it took up a lot of time with all the animals, which is part of the reason why I stopped making YouTube videos. I straight up didn't have time. It was a lot. Plus, my day job kept me really busy. I was doing lots of travel, in relation to that. And, it was a lot. There was a lot of moving parts to this operation that I had kind of undertaken, And when things started to change almost a year ago now, January, February, we started to see changes in the world, in the industry, and it became apparent to me pretty quickly that I was not doing the right thing. I wasn't doing the right thing for my family. I wasn't doing the right thing for all of my animals, and I probably wasn't making some of the best choices for the long term, especially since a lot of the avenues, God, it's really complex. You've got, social media platforms kind of cracking down on certain types of behaviors, specifically to do, with animal sales related groups, that kind of stuff. You've got, take into consideration there's talk of, Department of Natural Resources and the FDA, coming after hobbyists for, maybe having things that they shouldn't have. It was just stuff that I did not want to deal with, and I felt like it was probably a really good idea to reinvest my time somewhere where I thought I could really make a difference and really actually, positively affect people's lives more than I was. So for that reason, all 35 species of dart frogs rehomed, gone. We have 0 frogs. We had, huge amounts of offspring that we were producing. We had, a crazy fruit fly culture operation going, and I didn't document any of it. It was so time consuming, I couldn't even think about making videos at that point. I was taking a few pictures. Instagram, was a little bit quicker and easier for me. I could get by with some quick videos and pictures on Instagram, so I did do that. But when I made the decision to kind of shift gears, I realized how much I missed making videos for you guys, and missed interacting with you guys in the comment section. And I really did feel at a certain point like I was helping people, and I was getting good information out there about the hobby, about proper husbandry and things like that. But that is one of my many interests and passions in life. And for the time being, animals are not in the future for me, at least not in a business sense. We do still keep fish. We have quite a few aquariums. We have a few snakes left that are for lack of a better term, I was really emotionally attached to them. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have kept them either. And we have one lizard left. Making some big changes. You're gonna see things that you may or may not like. The new subject matter of the channel is gonna be pretty divisive. Probably it may turn some of you off, and I get that. If I lose you, I apologize. This isn't what you signed up for. You're gonna turn on YouTube in the next couple of days and see everything from me, coming from a different name, a different subject matter. But it's something that I feel very strongly about. I have since I was a little boy. And right now, this is the direction that this channel needs to go. And that's what I firmly believe, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm hoping to continue to educate, continue to connect with people, and continue to make a positive difference here as much as I can. Now, if you're on the fence, you'll see what I mean in a couple of days. You'll kind of figure out. I'm not going to announce it here because I'm just driving in the truck and I had some stuff on my mind and wanted to let you guys know that I will be back. You will see my beautiful face again soon, but we're going to be talking about a completely different subject matter. So I do ask that you give me a chance, let me state my case, see if you like it. If you don't, I completely respect that you need to dip out and you know, go elsewhere for your animal content, because you won't be getting that from me anymore. But I hope that you'll be able to find some value in the things that we're going to be talking about here in the future. And I will talk to everybody soon. Baba Booey to y'all.